Morning guys. This is a response video, and some people have criticised me for my rant video the other day. Well, I am going to say to you this. It's time we all put our differences aside. It's easy to criticise Boris Johnson and many of the other leaders in this world, but think of how they are, on what they're facing. This is unimaginable responsibility. He's carrying the whole country on his shoulders. He's got a partner who's expecting their first baby any time, or more than likely she's in self-isolation. Yeah. And to be honest, guys, you might pull him apart, you might disagree with what he's doing, but guys, this is not the time to put politics into the fray. This is a worldwide crisis of unimaginable, well, something we're unimaginable that we're facing in our time, to be honest with you. So it's time to put political differences aside and think of what they're going through right now. It's easy to criticise, saying he's done this and he's done that in the past. Yeah, okay, he has made cock-ups. We're all human. But at the end of the day, we have got a very strong leader and a strong government in power. And at the moment, it's the right thing at the right time. He's having to make uncomfortable decisions for all of us in order to beat this virus. And him and his colleagues are trying to do their utmost to keep this country and this economy going. And they have been, well, I mean, proving their measures to keep us all in employment and with our wages and supplant our wages. No government has ever done that in any of our time. And you can't but do admire them for it, to be honest. And knowing that our wages are safe and that we're going to be fine through this is what we need to hear. And in order for them to give us support, we've got to give them support. You know, imagine putting yourself in his shoes, right? And imagine what he's facing right now and his colleagues. Now, like him or loathe him, would you want to be in his shoes? It's not worth bearing to think about. And it takes a strong person to get us through this. Okay? Now, you may or may not agree with me, but this is not a time to politicise everything. Yes, I had a rant about people being selfish and bulk buying. And I'm going to keep emphasising that until I get this fucking message through to those necessary people. Like it or loathe it, agree with me, disagree with me, I'm going to keep at it until I get this bloody message through. And what inspired this video, my last video, was Dawn Brilbury's video. That poor woman had worked a 48-hour shift and she came back to the supermarket to find these selfish bastards had wiped all the shelves of any food that she needed. Now, that was what my video was about. And I know people have criticised my support of Boris and so forth. Yes, I'm a staunch Conservative. But all the parties are gathering together at a crucial time in our history. And we should all do the same. We should put political differences aside, put our trust in the government, because they are putting their trust in the chief medical officer. And the chief medical officer knows what he's bloody well talking about. So if you've got any criticism, point them at the chief medical officer. He's far more qualified than any of us to know what's going on and what measures need to be taken. And they are hard measures, and the more we support and do what they're asking us, the quicker we can get over this crisis. And it's not just for our leaders, it's for the leaders around the world as well. Imagine what they're facing right now. Whether you like them or loathe them, I'm not particularly a fan of Trump, but imagine putting yourself in his shoes as well. It's worth bearing think about. Imagine what he's facing. Imagine what the President of France is facing. Imagine what the Prime Minister of Italy is facing, more than any of them. Japan, Asia, the Far East, all of them. So you've got to imagine what they're all facing right now. We need to give them as much support as possible. And I'm sorry if I'm ranting again, because I feel I need to. I need to get my message across because I feel so strongly about the issue that I'm bringing up. We've all got to pull together in this. And that means not bulk buying and buying sensibly and rationally, as the Italian people are. And they're in it worse than we are. So, you know, I mean, this will probably be the last rant video. You may criticise me for saying what I'm saying, but I feel very strongly about this, and I know a lot of other people do as well. And look at Dawn's video. Watch how distraught she is, and she is the most essential person in this country right now. I've got a friend, Kim Holdaway, who's a student nurse. She's probably getting called into the front line as well. Think of her when you're going out and bulk buying. Think of them both. Think of all our workers in the NHS. They are at the front line of it all, as well as Boris and many of the other leaders around the world and all the other medical services around the world. They are trying to ensure our own personal safety. So think before you criticise what I'm saying. You may or may not agree with me. That's your opinion, and I respect that. But we've all got to pull together on this. And whilst we're not working, the best thing we can also do is get immersed in our hobbies. That's what I'm doing right now. I mean, my friend Paul Bretton, he's putting up hangouts every morning. So that, you know, we can all relax, chat, have a laugh, and get through this. Now that's a prime example of supporting each other. You know, I mean, all of you may have other hobbies in the areas. Focus on that. It's a good way of switching off and moving forward. I mean, there are encouraging signs. I've been seeing posts that apparently there may well be a cure come the end of April for this coronavirus in China. Whether it's true or not, it's not. It's an encouraging sign. We will get through this if we all pull together. You know, just check on your neighbours, check on the elderly, phone them, video message them. Are you all right? Is there anything I can do? I mean, I'm going to see if I can do anything in the community as much as I can. I go around, I'm catching up with all their friends I haven't spoken to in a while. In fact, my old pal Alan Harrington, I got in touch with him last night. He's had a dose of the coronavirus and he's getting over it now. In fact, he's coming out of isolation this next Monday. And his wife has just been through a cancer op. So, you know, we're all fighters here. We've all got to rally together. We've all got to support each other. And most of all, we've got to support our governments. Okay? Right, rant over. Don't know about you guys, but at the moment, I've started working on the Wessex. So I've got a introductory video, which I'm going to put up once I've done this one. And then you can sit and watch it, because it's going to be my revised entry for the National Pride Group build. So Ian, I'll put it up soon, bud. But bear in mind what I've said to you in my reply to you on Facebook. You may not like him, but he's got one hell of a responsibility on his shoulders, so it's important we all rally around him, whether we like him or not. He is leading this country at a very critical time in our lives. So, you know, easy to criticise about what he's done in the past. Yeah, I know, he can be a bit of a bugger. Made a few slip-ups here and there, but we're all human. We all make mistakes. But now we need to rally behind him. We need to show him as much support as he's giving us and his government. You know. So, let's all put politics aside. Let's all support each other and our governments, wherever they are, around the world. And before long, things will get back to normal. Stay positive, keep safe, keep well. Take what they're advising you seriously. It's hard, I know, but we're all going to get through this if we have to take difficult decisions. I know myself. And we must support all our guys in the NHS. And that means not bulk buying and being selfish. Anyway, take care. Happy modelling. Get kit crazy. And I've got a new phrase until this is over. Let's be sensible, let's be safe, and keep well. See you soon. Cheers.